Good evening. Today is Friday, March 6th, 2020. My name is Ricardo Sandoval, and this video is for week 8 of Biology 230. In this week's video, I will be dissecting a cow eye, which I have here, and I will be discussing the components or the parts of the cow eye. Before I go any further in this video, I did want to point out a couple of bits here. So this bit protruding right there, this is the optic nerve. And the optic nerve, it's obviously a nerve. Its job is to transmit impulses to the brain from the retina that's at the back of the eye. Okay, so technically, this is the front of the eye, so information goes here, there's a retina back here, and it goes through the optic nerve, and then of course out to the brain where things are processed and then vision generates from there. All right, so from here, from this portion of the eye, I'm going to go ahead and cut what's called the cornea, which is the transparent layer forming the front of the eye. I'm going to cut it so that we can view further structures of the eyeball. So my trusty scalpel here. And as you can see here, there is fluid that just leaked out of the eye, or the eyeball itself, which is expected to happen. And forgive me here. But basically it's just aqueous liquid, kind of just, fluid that's in there that's leaking out of the eyeball, since I basically just cut right down the center of it. All right, so from here, let's see. I go ahead and made my cuts, and I'm just going to cut a bit further in. So as we can see here, cornea, it's very clear, and this is what makes up the front of the eye. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my eye now this way into anterior front and a posterior back portion with my scalpel. This tissue is a bit rough, a bit tough here, so I'm gonna kind of having to saw a bit here to make things move along. Oh, we're almost there. Okay, so anterior, this portion here is my posterior portion. Okay. And I'm just going to make an additional cut here, kind of towards the back. As I'm trying to show you what's called a vitreous humor, which is basically a gelatinous tissue or gelatinous disc that fills the eyeball behind what's called the lens. And of course, other structures are back here, like the retina and things of that sort. Still no vitreous anything, so we're going to keep cutting further in here. Forgive me, my goggles are fogging up a bit. There we go, that's better. Okay, well, I actually think I may have cut a bit too much because I have, you can see here, I got a little device here, but I have here a very jelly-like liquid, and that here, this is my vitreous humor. Okay. Let's see if I can remove it just to kind of make this a bit more visible without destroying this eye much more. Yes, this is definitely the vitreous humor because it's very much a jelly-like disc, but it's not. Okay, here it comes. So it's not separating very easily, so I'm going to have to turn the eyeball inside out to make things happen. So hopefully you can see this. So this is my vitreous humor back here. Doesn't really feel like much of anything, just like, I don't know, like jelly, honestly. Just has the texture, I mean, the feeling of just jam that I would spread on my bread, I mean, on toast, really. So let's see, so couple more things here. So this black disc, I believe this is our retina. And then this portion here, this beautiful kind of translucent blue, this is the choroid. So the retina, which is at the back of the eyeball, which this is the back of our eyeball, it's what's sensitive to light and triggers nerve impulses from our optic nerve, which again is there. And this is also where the a picture is formed. And then the choroid, this beautiful turquoise pigmented portion here, choroid. It's basically the vascular layer between the retina and the sclera. And the sclera is the white portion here. This is the sclera of the eyeball. So again, this video was for week 8 of Biology 230, anatomy of a cow's eyeball. I've talked about the optic nerve, which is the nerve that sends impulses to the brain. The cornea, which is the transparent layer. Again, cornea, it's just right here. The vitreous humor, it's this little jelly substance here that's at the bottom of my little black foam disc. The optic disc, one thing that I failed to mention, I believe this is my optic disc, which is quite interesting. It almost looks like a little plastic pearl. But basically it's a raised disc that would normally sit right on top of the retina, but since I kind of destroyed my eye, but kind of like that. That it's the entry point of this optic nerve. And it's what creates a blind spot, because there's really no light that kind of hits the optic disc. Again, this is our retina. This is the part of the eyeball that's sensitive to light and then triggers nerve impulses that pass through the optic nerve to the brain. This is where the vision is formed. And then lastly, the choroid, which again was this beautiful, here we go, this beautiful kind of bluey, turquoisey, pigmented vascular layer of the eyeball that's between the retina and the sclera. And again, our sclera is this white part here around the eyeball. All right, thank you for watching.